welcome back. We have a pen here and it is a pretty special one. This one's in today from Confounded machine. I'm going to attempt to open this upside down without exposing any personal info. I may need to take it off screen briefly here, but this is one that I was really hoping to get my mitts on. This is a new, the one that I have here is a prototype, but he has since brought out a production version of this. Which is called the ISO grip milling pattern, and one that I've definitely been hoping to get my hands on, because I think a lot of times with patterns on pens they can be fun to collect, but it's always a question to me, will they be fun to actually handle? So here we are unboxed here, and let me just double check. Yeah, the top of this box has some sensitive info, so I'm just gonna try and hold this open, show it to you. This is, so on these prototypes, or whatever you want to call them, he did number 300, 400, 500 in 3 different colors. This particular one is the, so I can get this out very carefully and just see if he threw any interesting extras in here. Just the sticker. He used to throw a couple extra parts in there, but I think he stopped doing that for some reason. Yeah, super cool and exciting. And there it is. Yeah, wow, that is quite a milling pattern. And like I thought, this is just a little abrasive to the touch. I don't know if in his production versions he'll come up with something that's a little more, oh wow, that is so smooth though. That's a little more soft on these milling patterns, but that is just a very, you know, it's triangular. It's a pretty sharp milling pattern, so I think it'd be pretty hard to do that without making it feel just a little sharp on those edges. But man, what a beautiful pattern, and perfectly milled there. It's where you almost, the pocket clip almost disappears if you hold it in just the right distance and angle. And you can see under there, bolt number 300. So number 300, 400, 500, he reserved those numbers for something special, and he did one of these in blue, one in gold, and one in this machine satin. And then he's just recently done a machine satin run. You know, I think it may have ended up blue. I'd have to double check what he ended up doing, but there's something that just feels a little different about this one in the action versus the normal production ones I'm used to, and it's a little hard to place exactly what it is, but it does feel really nice. I really like this frag pattern. I actually traded one of these. These are were a lot more expensive, like 218 versus 134. And I traded one of these plus another pen to get this, which is a big sacrifice, but I did have 2, and that was why I kept one around, just to be able to make a good trade with it, because these are very hard to get also. These are highly in demand, and frankly, I really like the feel of these a bit more than the ISO grip, but I imagine as he goes into production, these may end up being a little smoother, but this just feels very, it's pretty sharp, like not the best feel in hand, frankly, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. But overall, it is just a beautiful pen, and it's the first one he did, and that makes it pretty cool here. So I always like getting my hands on something a little bit rare and hard to find, and there you go, another fun example of that. These are cool pens. There's like a couple of gripes I have with them. I really wish the bolt rotated towards the pocket clip, or that you could rotate the pocket clip onto the other side, maybe would be an option on these. But I like the bolt going the other way, like the Smooth Precision Pens bolt does. I prefer it that direction for 2 reasons. The first being the feel of the thumb. I think it feels more natural. As you know, natural thumb path is not to pull your thumb into a more crouched position. It's to swipe it across. And then the second one is, as you do this, if you have a big hand, like that starts to interfere a little bit with the grip of the pen up here as you're rotating around, whereas if it's closer to the pen, that gives you more modularity. So that's just my opinion, but yeah, neat to get my hands on this one. Looks like he made these in June of 2024 here. He's been throwing in these pretty cool boxes on all of these. This is a Parker size refill, just like the others he's made in 2024. This 2024 version of his quote bolt pen have all been Parker refills. It would be neat if he came out with a like a G2 or an Energel extension for the tip. I think that'd be a really welcome, yeah, a really welcome feature for his pens. But yeah, overall, neat pen. Very glad to be able to share it with you all and have you all see it and, you know, get that initial review. Like I said, unfortunately, it's a bit more abrasive than I would personally like. I really don't like my pens to feel like a tool, like a tool I should be using in the yard with a glove on or something like that. But it is a very impressive milling execution and it's quite beautiful. So you have to give credit on that. Kurt is definitely a magician at the top of the game in terms of precision right now with his engineering. So this is definitely no exception. So yeah, that's all for now. Just wanted to be able to get this one on the channel and see what we thought. Definitely impressed on the milling from a cosmetic or aesthetic perspective rather. And be interested to see how some of the production ones come out and how they compare to the other patterns like the frag and the regular smooth. So that's all for now. If you enjoyed the content, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.